So we have seen that how we can design the first state of the state diagram for the LR1 item. So let's proceed. So we will start with this particular state directly, because already we have seen how we can design the augmented production from any grammar. So let's start. So we have a situation like is dash 2 dot s dollar is the look ahead, and then is 2 a dot a sorry dot a dollar a2 dot a capital a or b, and a2 dot b a or b, right? So this is my I0, right? Then what I have capital S, right? So what basically we can do over here, it's simply the augmented production. So there is nothing to do here, just s to s dot, that's all, right? And this is dollar. Now next go for capital A. The capital A, what I will write for capital A, I will write is to A dot A dollar, and because of this A, I will have A to A or A to B. And what will be the look at here? Obviously this say we are exploring, so whatever left over here is the first of that is the dollar is left, so I will have dollar. There is no other way. So now if I go for small a, you see we are dealing with small a, that means it will be a to a dot a or ab, right? This one. So naturally this A I have to explore. I mean, because of this dot I have to find the closure of this capital A, and capital A will be what? Capital will be small a capital A. I'm sorry. Oh. Small a capital A again, and A to small b dot small b, and obviously the lookup will be either A or B, and either A or B, right? And then we'll be having B, that is A to B dot, whose look at it A or B. That's very natural. So here I have a final item, you see, remember. So assume that this is my I1, I2, I3, and this is my I4. Okay, and from here, this point, I can explore this capital A, right? So if I explore this capital A, I will get A's to A dot with dollar as the look ahead. And if we go for small a from here, I have a to a dot capital A comma dollar, and because of this capital A I will explore this one again, a to small a dot small a capital A or a to small b. And you see, since we are exploring this a, that means after this a whatever left, first of that will be the lookup, that is the dollar, nothing is left, right? So I have a state over here again. Now if you explore small b from here, it will be something like a to b dot with dollar at the as the lookup, right? So this is, you can consider as I5, this is say I6, this is say I7. Okay, now let's see, if I explore this part for this capital A, what I will do, a to a dot, right? So I will have a to a dot a or b. This is another final item, right? And say suppose this is I8, and if I go for small a, it is what? It is basically a to a dots a to a dot capital A with AB. So you will see that if you explore, if you explore this small a, you will reach to the same state, right? And if you explore small b from here, you will reach to this state, right? Now still something is left, that is, for example, this one. In this state, if you explore this small a, again you will remain in this particular same state. Just check it, maybe in your copy. And if you explore this capital A, then only you will find another state, because you have dollar at the end. So it will be a to a dot with dollar, right? And suppose this is state number I9. So if you can recall the number of states present in LR0 or SLR1 parser, I hope you can recall that number of states was 7, right? We started with 0 to 6. If you cannot recall, then let's show you. You see, total number of rows was 0 to 6, that means 7. That means surely there was 7 states. But here we can find the number of states is actually greater than the previous cases. And one more interesting thing, I hope you can see over here, an interesting pattern, that there are some states which are same in their LR0 with respect to their LR0 item, but different with respect to LR1 item. What does it mean? LR0, if you in from any state, for example, if you consider state number I2, okay, in this state number I2, if you just forget about whatever present after comma, if you just vanish the comma part, whatever left is basically LR0 item, right? So if you ignore those whatever present after comma, that is LR0 item, and if you involve those things after comma, that becomes LR1 item. And you will see some states, for example, if you compare I2, if you compare I2, not I2, sorry, if you compare I3 and I6, just compare these two states. The LR, with respect to LR0 item, these states are same. A to A dot capital A, here also A to A dot capital A, then capital A to small dot small a, capital A to dot small a, capital A, then A to B, A to B. But these states are different because they have different look aheads. Similar thing for I8 and I9. You see, A to A dot here, A or B as a look ahead in I8, and in I9 dollar as a look ahead. So that is the difference, right? So that means okay, do one thing before we understand, before we dive into LALR1 table, we will first design the CLR1 table. Okay, then it will be better to realize how the LALR1 table will be. Okay, so from this diagram, if I want to draw the CLR1 parsing table, let's see how it will look like. So the basically what we will do, we will design of CLR1 parsing table. I'm sorry. Okay, and you see here, I hope you can see that there are total 9 states. So definitely I have to draw in the same way. I have to draw 9 rows for this. So let's draw it one by one. Then I will show you. Uh, so definitely the terminals that are present over here is small a, small b, and dollar. That's all right. So I have small a, small b, and dollar. And after dollar, whatever present will be the part of the go to. That already I hope you are habituated to see. So I have a and s as the variables here. So I will have only an s here. Fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Total 9 rows I require. I'm sorry. Okay, so now let's draw the write the here. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, not 9. It's 10 states, I think, right? 10 states. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there will be one more states I require. I'm sorry. That is, sorry, I have to somehow manage it from here. I have to manage it from here. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So number is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So You see, from I0 state, because of this capital S, I'm going for I1. So definitely for capital S and A, it's 1 and 2, right? So that means for capital S it is 1. So how I will write? For 0 capital S under 1 it is 1. For capital A it is going to I2 state, that means it will be reflected on 2. So go to part is not very vital for me. Vital is for the parts where we are exploring because of terminals, that is small a small b, small a for I3 or small b I4. That means same thing, S3 and S4. This is S3 and this is S4, right? And for number 1 state I1, this contain augmented production, so it's definitely for 1 under dollar it is accept. There is nothing else. Now for 2, from 2 for capital A it's 5, so I'll have 5 here, right? Now from 2 for small a it is I6, for I'm sorry, it is for small b, right? Yes, for small b it is I7. That means for A it is S6 shift to 6 and it is shift to 7, right? Fine. Similarly from third, that means from third, because of this capital for which one? A or not? Capital A, right? Capital A. From third state for capital A it is 8. So 3 under capital A it is 8. Right. 3 under small a it is shift to 3 and small b shift to 4. That means it is shift 3 and it is shift 4 as it is. Fine. What about fourth state? The fourth state is the final item state. So I'll not touch this right now. Fine. Forget about this. It contains final item. I'll not touch this right now. Let's go for I5. What is I5? I5 is again final item. I'll not touch right now. I6. I6 is not final item. It does not contain any final item. So let's explore this. Okay, I have to write this capital A here. Now from I6, because of this capital A, I'm going to 9. That means from 6, because of this capital A, I'm going to 9. And from 6, because of this small b, I'm sorry, I have not written that. For small b, I have to jump here, right? And for small a, I'm here. So for small a, it's shift to 6, and for small b, shift to 7. So that means here it is shift to 6 and shift to 7, right? Now what is 7th state? Final item. Right now I will not touch. 8th, which has a final item. 9, final item. So whatever left is all contain final items, right? The whatever row present here all contains now final items. So now what I will do, you see, I will apply this particular logic written here, that the production the production mean if you reach to final item, don't place the reduce move in entire row or follow of LHS, just place in the reduce move in the look ahead symbol. That mean just blindly what I can do, I will put this reduce move. Okay, let me write it first, that the reduce move, for example, the production rules are here. Actual production rules are S to A to small a capital A, and A to small b, right? So this is rule number 1, this is rule number 2, this is rule number 3. Okay, if it is so, then you see here A to B, this is a final item. So A to B means rule number 3. Where this I will put rule number 3? I will put rule number 3 in the look ahead, in the row of the look, sorry, in the column of the look ahead. That means under column A or B, not any other column. So in the fourth row, I will write R3 under column A and column B only. Okay. Similarly, if I go for 5, what is the I5? I5 is this one. This S to A. What is rule number? That is rule number 1. Where I will put this rule number 1? I will put rule number 1 under the dollar only. So let's put under dollar. That means here. Now, what is I7? I7 is again a production final item A to B. Now this is again R3. This is again R3, right? This is again R3. But for this case, I'll put R3 under dollar symbol. So that means I will put R3 over here. Similarly, if you consider I8 is this one, A to A, B, that means it is rule number 2. And rule number 2 I will put under A or B. That means rule number 2 under 8th row I will write here A or B. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. 10th row was not needed. Anyway, I mean, this is not needed. Anyway, I have up to 9. I have up to 9. So I9. Now I9 is what? I9 is again final item A to AA. That is again rule number 2. But here rule number 2 I will place this rule number 2 I will place on the 9th row and under dollar column. That means under 9th row under dollar column only I will place this rule number 2. I don't require this part. This part is not required. Okay. So this is a way by which we can generate the parsing table for CLR1 parser. And you see here also, if you count the number of blank entries, you will see it's increased. So naturally it will be much more. Now question is that, as I told you, that you will have similarity between some with respect to LR0 item. You will see, you know, from this CLR1 table actually we can generate a LALR1 parsing table. Okay, and when we generate the LALR1 parsing table, we just merge some states. Which state? For example, if you see that the states having final item like this, A to B, A or B, and A to B dollar. If you, without considering the LR1 item, if you think about only the LR0 item, you will see that I4, I mean, if we, let me write it here. That the LALR1 can be formed by merging some rows of CLR1 parsing table. This is the first part. Now what I will merge? That means we have to find out those rows which are, so we will find out, let me write it here. We will merge those rows which not rows, actually you can say those states, because ultimately these rows are representing states of the state diagram, but still those states which are same with respect to LR0 item and uh, uh, different with respect to LR1 item. For example, for example, what are the states that I have? That are, if you compare over here, if you compare, you see it's, as I told you was here, I3 and I6, right? So I can, that means I3 and I6. Then you will find it is I4 and I7. You see, both are A to B dot, only difference in the look ahead. One is A or B, one is dollar. So one is I4 and I7. And another is I8 and I9. You see, this one and this one. So I8 and I9. Right. Now if you merge these states, then ultimately what will happen? What we will see. For example, if we merge them, let's name them as I36. Okay. After merging these two states, the state will become I47. And after merging these two, it become I89. Right. So now if I draw LALR1 parsing table, if I redraw them, then how many states will be there? Definitely number of states become 7 again. So let's draw it again. A, B, dollar, this is 0, this is for 0, this is for 1, this is for 2, and now I will merge 3 and 6 states. So let's go for I36. I will merge 4 and 7 states. So let's go for 4, 7, and let's go for 8, 9, like this. So just for time being, if I write A and S here, so I write here 0, 1, 2, and it will be 3, 6, right? Not 36 number states. Okay, just don't pretend in this way. Just I'm writing I36, I47. That's why I've written in this way. And this is 5. Okay, sorry, 5 was left, and then it is 8, 9. Okay. Okay. So let me write again correctly here. So here my table end. So if you write the, if you want to fill up the entries over here, you see that the shift root remains same, right? So for 0, that means it's again S36. Whatever I had here, S3. I'll not write S3 anymore because third state and sixth state has been merged. So shift to third state is now not possible, or shift to sixth state is not possible. Wherever 3 or 6 is, it will be considered as 3, 6. So if you compare these two, this 3, it will not no more 3, it will become a 3, 6. This S4 will not become 4, it will become 4, 7, because the fourth state and seventh state has been merged. So I can write S3, 6, S4, 7, right? Similarly, because of only one I have accept, there is no other chance. For second state, I will have 6 and 7. That means 3, 6 and 4, 7 again. Now third state and sixth state, if you merge, what you will get? You see, third state contains 6 and 7. Fourth state, sixth state contain, third state contains S3, S4. Sixth state contains S6, S7. So if you are correct, then your merging will be also correct. Because if you merge S6 and S3 and S6, it becomes S36. If you merge S7, S4 and S7, it becomes S47. So that means in under 3, 6 column, I will write here again S36 and S47. No problem, right? At the same time, you see you are merging third state and sixth state. That means 8, 9 will be merged. And yes, I have merged them as 8 and 9 state. So still I am correct. Under A, right? And one thing I forgot to draw, that is 2, it will is 5. So in second row it was 5. Fine. 5 is alone, so you can write 5. Now for 4, 7, what I will write? For 4, 7, you see, 4th and 7th both were final states. So basically, if you merge them, 4th state contain rows, third production in A and B. 7th state contain third production in under dollar column. That means if you merge them, what I will have? I will have R3 in all the columns. Right. Similarly, in case of 5, it remains same because 5 is alone. 5 is not merged with any other part. So 5 is R1. And if you go for 8, 9, 8 and 9 if is merged, so R2 will be merged here, and that means throughout the column, throughout the row, I have R2. So I'll have R2 in all the columns under 8, 9 row. By the way, yes, done. So I'm sorry, here I must have 2 and 1. Okay, so these become the, LALR1 parsing table. Now you may ask me a question that, okay, then what is the difference and how difference between LR0 and SLR1 table, right? You will see when I will go for conflict, but before that I will tell you a very interesting equation that represent relationship between all these different types of parser. If you compare with respect to number of states, Okay, if you compare all these four parsers, you see we can form an equation something like CLR1 is greater than or equal to LR0, and number of state if LR0 is same as SLR1, and number of state if SLR1, already we have seen that if I merge ultimately I will get the same number of states in LALR1, that we have seen, right? Now naturally question will come that then why it is greater than, right? So let me write it here first, then I'm telling you due to LR0 item but different look ahead, sometimes it is greater. What I have written, that due to having some LR0 item but different look ahead, like over here, like over here, same LR0 item but different look ahead, the number of steps become greater than this. But if it is not same for, it's not mandatory that for every CLR1 parsing table design the number of states will become greater than the number of states for LR0 or SLR1. Okay, if this condition happen, then only you can say that okay, I maybe I will get some states, number of states much greater than number of states in previous parsing tables. Now let's come to the LALR1 part. Let me write another point here. That is, just a minute. You see, but actually I've written a very simple explanation why it become equal. So this writing is just to, you know, just to uh, give you a reminder so that you can remember in future that because this type of questions sometimes come. Even I have seen in GATE exam that the questions came from different relationships, something like this. As I told you already that you know basically many questions I have seen in various competitive exams which actually comes from the very close observation on all these subjects, which is not possible without any practice, which is not possible without realizing what's actually happening over there. Okay, so just writing, just solving problems, and just reading some theories doesn't make sense to crack all this questions for various competitive exams in future. Okay, so just remember this one, it will be helpful for you.